Hi everybody, it's Amy with Make Something Inc. And today I thought I would make a video for you guys about this cute little mono Tombow glue holder that I made for this event that I have this weekend. I decided to make these for all of the people attending because they're all brand new crafters, and the kits that they ordered don't come with the Tombow glue. They're only going to have like little glue dots and little dimensionals, and so I built into the price of the class for each of them to have one of these Tombows because they are in the US. They're $4, so I mean it's not really a cheap and inexpensive giveaway. So I built it into the class, but then I made these holders for them. And what I like about this is that not only is it decorative for when they do their crafting to sit on their table, but also while you're crafting, you can hold it upside down as well in the holder, and then that way all the glue will kind of hang out at the bottom of the tip so that you're not constantly shaking and trying to get the glue back down to the top of your bottle. So anyways, that's what this is. And I decided to go with the Highland Heather for my background color because I am using these placemats for my event. These are the grid papers that are available for sale. They're the seasonal ones, and they have this side as well as this side, and I just thought since we're not doing a very Christmassy themed event that I would go with the snowflakes. But again, I want them to be able to put this on their crafting table and for it to kind of be good year round. So I didn't go with a Christmas theme. I thought the craft queen and the flowers would be really cute to just kind of sit there all year round, but it still looks really cute with this grid paper. So that's a little background about how I decided to do this craft. I do want to give a shout out to Kathy Alt at Kathy's Stamping World. She is actually the person who made a video originally that I found and gave me all the dimensions and instructions. So kudos to her. Really love her project, and I did not come up with this myself. It was from her, but there are some tricks and things to it, and so I just wanted to make my own video for you to show you how I did it. Also, in her video she used black cardstock, and it was a little bit harder to see what was going on with the scoring, etc. So anyways, I hope you like it, and hopefully I'm not talking too much. Okay, so here are your dimensions. Here's the recipes. For the mono glue stand, first you're going to need a piece of cardstock in whatever color you choose that's 5 7/8 by 3 3/8. Then we're going to score it at 2 15/16. That's one little notch short of 3, and 3 15/16, which is one little notch short of 4 inches. Then you're going to turn it, and the long side of your paper, you're going to score it in 1 inch on both of those sides. I'm going to show you that because I don't want you to get it confused with which way to score on each side of your cardstock, because that'll totally mess up your cardstock. Then for the designer series paper, you're going to pick the one you want to go with, and you're going to need just a few little strips. They're not very big at all. They're really scraps. You should have enough room if you're one of those people that takes your cardstock, or sorry, your designer series paper and chops it up for cards. Those long strips that you get are usually 1.5 to 2 inches wide. So honestly, if you have 1 or 2 of those in a certain color paper, you could probably use those as your DSP for making one of these, because what you need is you need one that is 1 1/4 by 1 13/16. So that's 3 little notches short of 2 inches. You need one that is 1 1/4 inches by 2 13/16. And then you need 2 of them that are 7/8 of an inch by 2 15/16. So those are all of the dimensions. But again, I don't recommend necessarily going right in and just taking these dimensions and making it, just because there's some little extra tweaks that you'll need as you go. Okay, so let me show you what's going on. Oh, I'll leave this here too so you can still see it. I know it's not, maybe you can zoom in, but so this is the main piece, and I'm just gonna get my trimmer out here. And what we need to do is, sorry, I'm not good at doing this. So 2 15/16 with your score blade is there. And then 3 15/16 is just 1 notch in from the 4. Do that. Then you're gonna turn it the long way. And you're gonna score 1 inch this side, then flip it the other way around and go 1 inch this side. So hopefully you can see this on the paper, okay? Now the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your snips and you're gonna cut each of these like this. And then you're gonna give yourself some notches on the inside like this, because these are gonna be tabs, okay? So we're gonna cut here, cut here. These are so fast to make once you get the hang of them. Okay. And then the other thing is you're gonna keep the long side. Don't touch this part here. But on this side, this is where your tear and tape's gonna go. These are your flaps. So you really only need about half of this here. So I'm just cutting these so that there's enough room for my tear and tape, okay? All right, so now what I would do is just fold it a little bit, get it ready to go. Okay, all right, hold on 1 second. Sorry, I had to pause it for a second to figure out what I wanted to say next. Okay, so before we glue these together, what I want to do is I'm just taking a pencil and I am going to fold this here and just kind of measure where this hits right here. You could definitely on the fly kind of cut the angle I'm going to show you here in a second. You could just do this without measuring, but this is for people who like to be very specific. Okay, so what I did is I made it flat and folded it in the way that we're gonna glue it. And then I made a little notch right here that shows you where it kind of hits. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your scissors and you're just gonna go and triangle up to the corner like that. And then the same thing here, you're just gonna triangle right to the corner like that. So those are our nice little notches for the holder, okay? All right, so now you have the inside and the outside. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our tear and tape, and we got a piece here, piece here, piece here, one here. My gosh, sorry to make you watch me while I'm tearing this off. It takes forever. Some people do it with their scissors and it comes off faster. How do you guys get your tear and tape off fast? I feel like mine, I'm always fidgeting with it. Okay, and then sometimes I tear it too long, then I just kind of roll it back so that it's not, you know, messy and goopy like that. Okay, so then all you have to do is you have to fold in the bottom part first. Make sure that's nice and secure. And then fold the outside. And then you just want to make sure that you're lining it up really good. Okay. All right, and then there's your box. Really easy peasy, right? Okay. So then the next thing I did is I took my DSP pieces. Now I used the black and white side of the Pattern Party, the host paper that you can get from the annual catalog. So it's the back of this rainbow side. And I found these beautiful flowers and I colored them with the blends. I went where all the black is, and I used the darker color of Purple Posy, and then I used the lighter color of Purple Posy on the rest of the flower. So you can see it gave it a little dimension, but I really wasn't fussy about it at all. I just wanted it to have a little bit of that blending. Okay, so I'm gonna use my silicone sheet here, and I still use my snail. I have a lot of snail left over from before we switched, so I'm still using it. Okay, so there's that. And then the back piece. I love this silicone mat because if I ever go over with my glue, it kind of traps the glue and keeps it away from my project. Love that. Okay. Now with the sides, you're gonna take it where you want to put it, and then you're gonna inch it up a little bit. This is super technical. Then flip it over and just kind of trim. That way when you come back, you can edge it back down and it gives you that nice little border with the right angle on your top. There you go. I actually glued mine with mono glue when I made them for my class attendees, but I'm cheating with the snail today. All right, moving it up just a little bit, just kind of eyeballing it. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. So there we go. We have that. And then for decoration, I used the double punch, and I used the gingham ribbon and some little rhinestones, and I used this stamp set, which I think is a great stamp set if you're a leader in Stampin' Up, because you can make all kinds of team gifts with this. Okay, so I'm gonna do this fast, but if you already know how to do this part, then feel free to sign off. I hope you enjoyed our video. I'm just going to finish up the video doing this for everybody else, and I hope you enjoyed the little tutorial. Have a nice day. There we go. Just putting my rhinestones on my queen. And I'm running out of dimensionals, so use the little extra on the side borders. Stick this here and here. This double punch is amazing. Center this. And then there you go. I'm just gonna glue dot this down and we're all set. Just making a little loop, and I am putting the loop where I want it. I'm turning it over and using the glue dots to get the ribbon down.